So uncivilized.
Good day, everyone. Today we'll be talking about the Bad Batch since we had the season 1 finale this last Friday on Filipino time. I'm actually very excited for the finale. I mean, some of specifically Star Wars Theory has considered na medyo meh yung finale ng Bad Batch, pero let's see. So we'll cover the entire season 1 for the Bad Batch. And our opinions and our mga ebas namin, starring Darth Dewannawanga. Say hello.
You're Darth Dewannawanga.
Yeah. Alright, ako nga pala yung Darth Dewannawanga. I'm too tito for my own. Hindi, tama. Starring Darth Dewannawanga, it makes sense that I introduce myself. So,
Go.
Here with me is Darth. Pero ang awkward na kasi sabi ko say hello. Tapos ako. In any case, so yeah, we have here Count Dookie who just joined us a few seconds after that shenanigans. Say hello, Count Dookie.
I am AZ34521189624649872137.
You have to
Sige, good
you
luck.
have to do that the entire episode, pre. Wala ka.
Kaya mo yan. Paglaban mo yan.
Wala ka. Paglaban mo yan, bro. In any case, so yeah, just to recap, we will be here to talk about the Bad Batch and its entirety for the season 1. Dave Filoni, you're a stupid genius, you know that. I admire your work. And I have to say, yung unang pumasok sa isip ko when I was watching Bad Batch, this is a Clone Wars and Rebels connection. Diba? Like, we have this various, how should I say this, cameo from other franchises. Pero, syempre, being Dave Filoni as a producer, medyo biased lang. Yun lang yung negative thing na kaya ko sabihin since the characters na kinameo niya is from his own studio pa rin. Mas parang pagpipig nga naman sa...
Does it make you feel like the world is a bit too small?
Exactly.
Yung ba yan, no?
Yeah. Parang there's a lot of characters from other media, from other... media, from the comics, from video games.
I personally found it okay in a sense kasi na tawag nito. Kasi when you think about it, it applies to everywhere where in a sense na tawag nito na you would focus on the movers and shakers of your time, 'di ba? Even say in a giant galaxy, end of the day, ang focus lagi natin is the people who quote unquote make the most difference. In this case, for instance, kahit dito sa Pilipinas, most of the time, when it comes to political news natin, we don't focus on oh shit, putang ina. I'm so sorry. I just realized because whenever we're recording kasi, I also try to capture game footage na since we finally have a YouTube channel. So, syempre, I don't want people to just like look at a blank goddamn screen. So, I'm trying to capture footage from video games. And in this case, since we're talking about the Bad Batch, I'm currently replaying Republic Commando for gameplay footage. And I did not save my game. So, I'm starting...
When in doubt, always press F5.
Wala
You know that.
Akala ko kasi tapos ko na itong mission na to. So I thought na parang, dahil tapos na siya, masasave siya. Parang, in-exit ko siya sa in-exit ko siya nakalagay na na parang tawag nito. Sa pause menu eh.
I think games on before 2005, hindi existent ang term ng autosave.
Hindi, meron naman. May autosave naman to. May autosave naman siya. Nagkataon lang na hindi ko alam bakit. Hindi nag-autosave. Anywho, So, like I was mentioning, like even when it comes to say politics today, dito in the real world, we focus on the people who are movers and shakers of our society. We don't really focus on, like, say kung may news sa city, we usually focus on the people in higher positions, hindi yung kagawad, yung mayor talaga, and so forth, diba? So it kind of makes sense to me na these people would yung paulit-ulit na makita natin, or they would end up interacting with each other. Kasi that's really how it would go eh. Na people in power will end up interacting with one another.
Personally, feeling ko it's about the, nagtitipid sa production studio na 3D modeling assistant. Like, I mean, it would make sense na, diba, you reuse the digital render ng mga previous characters instead of making a new one. Pero it would have been a hell of a fan service to say, let's say, we have a cameo from Dr. Afra, just like we're talking about the previous.
I think around this time, masyado pang bata si Afra eh. If I'm not mistaken, she
around this time, well, to counter that argument, around this time masyado rin bata si Kara, but nagkaroon pa siya ng
Hindi, I mean, at least buhay na siya. I think Afra would have been like, then again, Afra would have been like 4 maybe? Around the same age then. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember it correctly kasi by pangalan nun? By A New Hope, na siya eh. She's around her mid to late 20s.
Late 30s na late 30s.
Hindi naman 30s, 20s naman pare. So yeah, I see your point.
Dookie, how about you? What's your say on Bad Batch? First impressions, yeah. Kasi to be honest, hindi ako... sorry, go on.
Right, because right now we get to see more perspective from parang grounded point of view. More of yung boots on the ground, if you will. Ganun. Pero to be honest, medyo for me, it's just underwhelming ng naging finale. Or maybe just because it's not a typical, all blasters, all guns blazing na finale. It's a different,
different approach,
Yeah.
Well, personally, yung finale may dating din naman siya sa akin in terms of
character development.
Relationship. Yung character relationship nila between Crosshair and the rest of the squad. So, yeah. But actually, I was about to say a few seconds ago na I'm not really that excited for Bad Batch. I don't know why. It's Star Wars, I still want to consume. Pero the only thing that made me excited to Bad Batch is yung explanation on how the clones were phased out and the troopers were replaced in, and then we have those answered. So we have a lot of filler episodes, no? So there are episodes na naboboard ako eh.
I think we only had like about 2 filler episodes, diba? And even then, it still kind of slowly moved the plot forward, which I kind of expected it from Dave Filoni, knowing Dave Filoni. Like there are small smidgets of the plot being moved forward. Even in say, ano bang episode yun, yung parang they lost the spice or something. Tawa ko kay, what's her name? What's her name? Yung patron nila? Oo. Yung mga nicknames niya Muscles, Goggles, Headband.
Dark and Broody. Ito yung favorite ko, Dark and Broody.
I prefer Headband. Tawa ako dun eh. Tangina yan, Headband.
What's that? Bandana. I think it was bandana.
No, Headband talagang tawag niya. Literal na Headband.
She is basically the tita of
Titang bota. I don't care. I could not care less. So, yeah, y'all just hang out.
It's a missed opportunity pala na hindi nagparamdam si Dragon Boss.
No, sayang. Yo, I just died. How? No.
Going back to Bad Batch pala, and what you're playing is Republic Commando, right?
Yeah, Republic Commando.
Yeah.
I have to restart from the start of the fucking level. Just for the record, I hate ayaw ko sa lumang mga laro. Like they don't fucking care, man.
Fuck you and your feelings.
Yeah, fuck you and your feelings talaga. Yo. I don't even know how I died. Like, you guys can check I'll upload this later. I don't even know how I died. Just the screen just went white and then we all fucking died. Like, goddamn. I think I ran out of time or something. Oh, fucking. Anyway, yeah. So, you were saying?
Speaking of Republic Commandos, we get to see Scorch in the Bad Batch.
Yeah, we do. And
That's very fucking exciting.
Generic Republic Commandos.
Oh, I mean, parang that man doesn't need to say anything. He's just there for the presence now. Kahit yung presence niya sobrang intimidating. Like, this is scene na the Bad Batches and spoiler, they tried to rescue Gregor in that facility, and then they went toe to toe with Scorch, and then the usually a stun, blaster fire na stun blast usually takes care of one shot sa mga normal trooper, but this motherfucker took like 8 from 3 different angles.
I think
6 to 8 both blaster shots is stun.
even got
From 3 different angles.
He even got ganked and all, you know.
Yeah, dude was tough.
And then he still managed to shoot Gregor by.
Honestly, of the commandos that you do have quote unquote control over, Scorch isn't exactly the most charismatic, I guess, of the 4 that you have in your squad dito sa laro na to. Honestly, 7 Fixer have a better like relationship, if you will. So pang sa kasi whenever you get your squad to heal up, they do boss and then the people or your squad members, they do say different things. Say for instance, sabihin ni boss na parang stop limping commando, get some bacta, ganun yung peg. And then may palitan dito si Fixer tsaka si Sev, where sasabihin ni Fixer na parang, hey Sev, I thought you don't need bacta. I thought you're parang invincible. And then Sev is like, rule number 69 ba yun or something?
Nice.
Yeah, literal na ganun. Tawang-tawa nga ako when I first heard it. Parang, rule 34. Rule 34, never say no to bacta. Like,
Isn't that intern rule number 34? What goes in there the next stage?
If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Feeling,
So yeah,
yun.
just to add nga sa Comas, see, they managed to include Scorch. Diba? I mean, he's just a minor character. You know, a minor character. Pero he's fan service, you might say.
So bakit hindi nila ma-add ng ibang which I think I was about to mention earlier na may point ka na parang tawag nito reusing of assets, which is cheaper, but at the same time a part of me is like, you have Disney money now, you have mouse money, like you don't,
you have 30 Mandalorian money.
You have all the monies. Why you be acting all cheap, like. And then totoo bigla may meme na ganun Yeah, may meme na ganun na parang tawag nito, parang act poor so you can stay rich.
The only way you stay rich is use other people's money.
Parang ganun. But for me, like, you are using other people's money. Why you?
So, what do you think of Omega right now? Now that we know that she's actually just a clone of Jango Fett.
Na babae naman.
Parang unaltered. She's another unaltered clone, if you will.
I have to say, is it the twin sister ni Boba? Kasi as far as I believe, hindi sila ginawa the same day. More like
she's also Generation 1, di ba? Kasabay nila.
Yeah, pero that doesn't make them twins kung hindi sila sabay dito. Pero kasi theory ko lang naman. I believe once sinensure nila yung cloning ni Omega without the knowledge of Jango. Without the knowledge of Jango.
Okay. I see your point.
Diba, parang, do you think she'll appear in the book of Boba Fett coming this December 20?
Knowing these guys, knowing how much they reuse characters, I guess so.
There's a probability, yeah.
I kind of do hope she does reappear, if only because I do like Omega. Putang ina, Omega.
Imagine ko na parang gender bend si Temuera Morrison. He's got that goldy blonde hair, and then he's trying to act all Australian and shit.
And remember again, balik na naman tayo sa this is Marvel, this is Disney. They own Marvel. They just did that with Loki. So,
Parang, are they trying to establish this cinematic universe as well? I mean, I hope so.
I mean, is
that's
it
the only.
Star Wars a big enough universe as it is?
I don't mind, pre, but it's so fun to see each other in the same timeline kasi. As you can see, all the stories in Star Wars, laging divided siya into eras. Diba? Parang, that's the only pleasure na hindi natin nakuha kasi we got that same type of hype nung nasa Marvel Cinematic Universe tayo. Like, we get to see Jax interact with Tony Stark. What would happen if we could, put C-3PO and Darth Vader in the same room and acknowledge each other's existence?
yeah,
I mean, just an example.
I think that's exactly what they're doing naman. And I do not mind kasi again, as I mentioned earlier, parang in my head it can happen knowing the fact na we would focus on the movers and shakers of the galaxy. So I don't feel weird about it. And like, diba, most people will be like, ew, fan service. Like, why do people hate fan service? Ikaw na nga siniserve. Ikaw pagalit, tangina ka.
Like, small detail na pinakita sa Mandalorian where Moff Gideon is actually afraid of the Jedi. Diba? Parang it's just a small detail na hindi mo marirealize. Oh shit! He's supposed to be afraid of Luke Skywalker kasi he's the one that destroyed the Death Star poison.
Like, he's known around, or I guess becomes a form of myth, if you will, a kind of legend.
Diba? That's a cinematic universe that we're all craving for from Star Wars. Yung acknowledgement ng characters, for example, si Cad Bane yan. Cad Bane is actually acknowledged in Bad Batch as one of the most notorious bounty hunters. Second only to diba, Jango Fett. And since Jango Fett yeeted out of existence, he got the title for himself. Tapos, we have this
winning by default. I'll take it.
So yun. Speaking of Cad Bane nga pala sa Bad Batch, we see him with a plate on his forehead, which kind of indicates that the Boba Fett versus Cad Bane actually.
Yung kung saan niya nakuha yung dent, it actually happened.
Yeah. It actually happened then, being Cad Bane, as a Cad Bane, a gentleman cowboy, you don't need no helmet. Well, that's what you get. You have a metal plate. Say you have a cowboy hat instead of a helmet. Stupid.
A part of me feels like, I know this is wrong. I know they definitely aren't doing this, but a part of me still feels like parang the only reason why Cad Bane was brought back up is because of Red Dead Redemption 2. I know it's not. I know it can't be. But if it is, a part of me will be like, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Pero din-ring back lang nila si Cad Bane for the sake of the cowboy hat. Kasi naman Dave Filoni with his cowboy hat.
Yeah, with his cowboy hats and his wolves. Yeah, it makes sense. I see it. That might be the only reason. Which again, I'm not up against. Quick question for you guys. What was your personal favorite episode of this season?
First, I have to say the destruction of Camino.
Oh, okay.
It brings a lot of gravity and depth to the feeling. You watch this, you know this place, you know this place by heart.
It's your home.
There's no place for you left in the galaxy.
Parang it's burnt bridge.
Literal na.
You know that there's no clone facility anymore. And then this Camino is actually introducing Attack of the Clones, so
So it's been like 15 years?
It's like killing a memory. Yun yung naramdaman ko, kaya yung best episode at favorite episode ko by far sa season 1 of Bad Batch.
Ikaw, AZ.
What was your full name again?
I totally forgot the...
AZ345211896246498721347.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, very good.
So yeah, what's your favorite episode?
I don't think I have a particular favorite na. Pero one of, siguro, parang favorite episode siguro is yung the one they meet up with Rex. Yung sa Braca.
When they removed the chip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For the record, I really like that na they didn't like anong maganda dito? Yung term yun, yung parang they didn't not necessarily beat around the bush. There's another term for it. Something about your feet. Anyway, parang they were like, okay, Wrecker's having problems with his chip. Next episode, he finally loses it. Ganun lang kadali. Hindi yung parang build up na, oh, his chip is gonna ruin something in like episode 15 or in season finale. It's not something dramatic na sobrang tagal nung wait.
To add something to that, parang it would have been nice to have Crosshair na may kasama sa Empire na galing din sa Bad Batch. Like, I've always imagined that Wrecker would Rekka would defect to the Empire din eh. Tapos side by side sila ni
Ni Crosshair.
Ni Rekka, ni Crosshair. Like,
I see.
I was imagining na in season 2 all of them had their inhibitor chips
I see.
except for
Speaking of
Hunter. Tapos it would have been Hunter that fixed all of them, mga ganun. Yun yung na prophecy ko. How about you? This is easy, says
Yeah, I mean, it's just
since you mentioned inhibitor chips, do you think na kasi there are several moments na question na like si Crosshair tapos si who's that commander in sa Ryloth? Yung clone commander?
The pretty boy.
Hauser.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think na their chips actually like malfunctioned or was it like removed prior to?
I think it activated, but after a while, Hauser was like, wait.
Kasi they were, di ba, at the end of that particular episode, then yung Ryloth arc, di ba, there were several clones then who kind of gave it.
Yeah, kaya nga, I think it activated, but then around after, siguro, I'm guessing kasi this is set after Order 66 and then like a span of a few months or whatever, time went by, or siguro a year or two or whatever. By that point, Hauser was like, teka lang. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, papagano na siya.
Or it could be their programming must have worn off, parang ganun.
I think it's a good indication na parang there's only so much programming can do. It's that question of nature versus nurture. And I like the fact na parang there's only so much that programming can do. At the end of the day, who you are as a person still does come out. Kaya tuwang-tuwa ako personally dun sa episode na they had to get the Rancor. I love that episode. Tuwang-tuwa ako. I know it's like if you will, anong term natin kanina?
Filler? Parang filler?
Parang filler siya, but para sa akin, it didn't feel like a filler. It was establishing them outside. What are we gonna do now, knowing that we're no longer quote-unquote soldiers? And I love the fact na all of their personalities came out within that episode. Like, tawang-tawa talaga ako sorry, forgive my language, but Wrecker had a fist fight with a goddamn Rancor. Like, bro, I know like it's a certain dominance, but damn son, you literally had a fist fight with a Rancor, bro. Chill. And I love the fact that Omega finally had something to do for that episode. Like she wasn't. Well, I guess she was thrown to the side ulit, but she finally got her bow and arrow, which I really really loved. I love that bow and arrow thing. For the record, sa Star Wars, sa D&D natin, Nardo, that's the weapon I'd like to use.
Ay, bow and arrow.
Yung bow and arrow.
Bowcaster.
Hindi, iba yung bowcaster eh.
Parang Wookiee yun eh.
Parang crossbow ang bowcaster. Ito parang longbow talaga siya.
Shotgun yung wala niya eh.
Oo.
Shotgun.
Parang crossbow ang bowcaster. Ito, well, I guess it could be a type of bowcaster. Oo.
Energy bow.
Energy bow. Yun, pangalan ito, yun sa Lonian na character na ginawa ko, energy bow ang bibigay ko. I'm gonna change her look right now to give her an energy bow. Goddamn, that was an awesome weapon. I loved it.
Imagine a bow that never runs out.
Literal, you don't need to count your shots. By the way, 5 minutes.
So yun, another episode na hindi ko talaga gusto yung Martez sisters.
Yeah, parang sobrang unexpected na parang unnecessary. Parang in a way they were nerfed up in that episode.
You know what? That personally, it's not their presence yung kininisan ko. It's just that yung character nila. Ewan ko.
Yeah, I think the fact that they because it feels like they were created or they were used as usual to draw in a younger crowd. You know, all the whole spunky sisters thing, acting imaging or whatever, and it's just a bit annoying in a sense because this is a Bad Batch. The only people who'll be watching this, or most of your audience who'll be watching this, are people who like jumped over from Clone Wars, and you released Clone Wars in like 2008. Your minimum audience, even if they were born in 2008, would be like 12 years old by now. At minimum, chances are they're not. Your primary audience would not be 12. But okay, I get it. It's still Disney. You know, you gotta have these characters. Okay, sige.
Well, the only good part na lang siguro is they have something to do with, I was actually originally thinking of Senator Bail Organa. They're actually working directly with Rex pala.
Which I kind of appreciated it as well na parang again, all fillers para sa akin, napansin ko lang na even if it's quote-unquote filler, may pa rin siya, may development pa rin siya either to the plot or to the characters. So, tuwa pa rin ako dun.
I was actually expecting din na si Darth Vader na sa map.
Pero yeah, wag muna. Tease lang. Too early.
Kahit Inquisitor, you know. Or wala pang Inquisitor.
Meron na. By that point.
Meron.
Speaking of,
actually, itong Bad Batch, that's the time, nagka-coincide ba sa time yun regarding sa Obi-Wan TV series?
I'm not sure actually.
I think
that's 5 years after, diba?
10 years na, if I'm not mistaken.
Kung 10 years, it would be after Bad Batch before Rebels.
Oh. Diba? So it would make sense na this. Pero not in this McGinnis form.
Wala pa.
Siguro in between pa.
Ano pa siya?
So baka sino pa rin si
Ewan pa rin.
Si Ewan McGregor pa rin. Pero with the aesthetics niya ng Obi-Wan TV series, and we get to see young Luke.
But personal na the one complaint I genuinely have for this series is it feels like the transition to being an evil empire is a bit too fast. Like I don't know if I'm being colored by legends or something, but or kung saan ko napulot to, but yung kung saan ko man napulot to, originally what happened was the transition from Republic to Empire was swift, pero hindi lumalabas yung pagka-evilness ng Empire right away. Like it would still
gaslighting mo na.
It was hindi lang gaslighting, parang it would really feel like parang people were becoming prosperous. Alam ko na sa ako napulot to sa Rebels din. Specifically, I forgot anong kwento yun, basta novel siya set during Rebels. Where by that point, civilians, specifically kung sino man yung bida na yun, it was still a prosperous time for Lothal. Like, pa rin, people still believed, people were so into the idea that the Empire was right, that it would protect them, kasi it really showed na, oh yeah, we are protecting you, we're helping you. Or sorry, no quotation marks, just that smile na if you don't notice it, kung pangit
yung role mo. Yung face ni Tori nakausap na si Star-Lord. Of course.
Ganun eh. So, that's the only complaint I have for this series na, or siguro, it makes sense, nakita natin right away na ganun kasi nga, again, we're smack dab in the middle of people who know what's happening.
But then again, isn't the Empire all about, trying to be radical, They're trying to, parang swiftly trying to systematically subjugate yung, mga systems.
Yeah, but they were rather very subtle about it. Hindi sila harap-harapan na you're gonna work at this factory, which I saw naman lalo na dun sa Ryloth where they were like, oh no, this factory is still for you guys. We just have defenses, for you guys, ganun. But it still felt, I don't know.
Is it true?
Yeah.
Is it,
Still felt a bit swift. Parang, lalo na yung pagka-alis ni Cham tsaka ni, ano pangalan nanay ni Hera?
Shit.
Which,
I think, I don't know, I don't think they ever, parang Miss Sindula lang yung...
they said her name. Ang ano ko lang, the only thing that I definitely remember about her is the fact na kinabahan ako. I really thought that she was gonna die.
Eleni Sindula.
Eleni ba? Eleni Sindula.
Miss Sindula, if you will. Kasi alam natin na she's dead by the time of Rebels. So this entire time I was like, oh shit, are they gonna kill her off here? Are they?
I'm actually scared at that point yung in-envelop na sila nung troopers ni Arafat.
Na, speaking of, di ba binaril yung senator sa ulo, pero they were still like, oh, he's still alive. Attempted assassination pa rin. A part of me is like, why?
It's dead.
Being headshot eh.
Yeah, but apparently makakapal yung kukote niya or whatever, but I'm still like, no, just kill him. It's fine.
I believe sinabi nilang attempted assassination yun just to gaslight the troopers attack.
Hindi, kasi if you say attempted assassination, buhay pa rin yung tao, so you're still gonna need to parade him. How the fuck are you gonna parade his corpse? Unless he really is alive.
During hospitalization, pwede ka mamatay.
Maybe, okay. Unless, buhay nga pa ba siya? Kasi alam ko there are stories after this where he's still alive eh. And it's in canon. I think so. I'm gonna try looking him up. Kayo muna, give me 1 second. I'm gonna head back.
Speak of tying in sa Rebels, I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen Rebels, pero isn't weird na parang may accent si Hera?
Oh no, she always had an accent. Specifically, yung episode na bumalik si Cham sa Rebels and Hera usually has... bumabalik yung accent niya when she gets angry. When she's unable to control her emotions.
Also, basically, parang si, who's that? Si Scarlet Witch, yeah.
Yeah. Nawawala yung accent.
I don't like the accent kasi ang sexy na accent ng mga
parang French eh, may pagka-French.
French, yeah.
Yeah. May buhay pa to si Orm Frita.
So it was an attempted assassination.
Attempted lang talaga.
Hindi naman ballistics yung sa ulo.
Kahit lang yun.
Just laser blast.
I mean, it looked legit though.
Yeah, they even showed it. I was actually kind of like, oh damn, they showed that shot. I honestly thought they wouldn't show it. Disney too.
I mean, pwede naman kasi blaster shot siya tapos parang third degree burn, gano'n.
Maybe. Kaya nga, like I mentioned, baka makapal ang kukote niya. Sobrang kapal.
Yeah.
By the way, nagpasa tayo ng 30 minutes
Okay. So what are your expectations for next season?
Same as before, I don't know if I did mention this as well nung una tong in-announce. I don't have any expectations at this point. Like, I'll be honest, Rise of Skywalker kind of burnt me out a lot. So like, I'm just going with the flow now at this point. Whatever happens, I will accept it. It's in good hands. It's Dave Filoni. Let's go. I'll watch it either way. Laban lang.
How about you, Darth? Dookie?
I think a lot could happen kasi I think the point of the finale lalo was, since their home was obliterated and also parang where does this lead to, what now? So a lot could happen. Pero we saw that was that post credits ba yun or yung ending rather? Yung final scene, we see this.
Yeah.
The clone.
Nala Se was transported to an Imperial cloning facility.
Na banat tong yung.
I think it's foreshadowing for more of the Mandalorian, I guess.
And possibly some and whatnot.
Actually, not Mandalorian itself. Siguro yung sequel trilogies kasi they're trying to clone force sensitives.
Meron. Si Snoke and kahit si Palpatine.
Snoke, yeah, exactly. So yun, ang theory ko kasi parang at first they were trying to clone force sensitives, and since Palpatine is neither dead nor alive, so baka yung cells niya hindi viable for cloning. He has to create a vessel strong enough for his essence. That parang ang sexual ng essence when you think about it, essence is that wrong?
Reminds me of that VR from the holiday special.
Speaking of VR, have you guys ever played Vader Immortal? Or at least no story?
I want to, but alam mo naman, Pilipinas to, mahal ang Oculus Rift or VR na. Wait, gumagana ba yung Vader Immortal sa kahit anong...
As far as I know, sa Oculus, yeah. Pero yun ang gagawin namin sa babasahin ko na yung plot kasi dukha tayo tatlo dito.
Dukha tayo eh.
So going back, they have bigger plans for cloning engineering. So my theory is they are unable to clone force sensitives or at least vessels na gamit isang force sensitive lang. Or at least isang DNA ng species na masyadong inherent sa force or sa midichlorians. Anong tawag nila? MD count, di ba?
MC at M count
lang. M count lang. So it's more of a tie-in sa sequels and the Mandalorian.
One thing that I definitely hope that they do not do is I hope that they don't tie the Bad Batch to the rebellion itself. Like I hope na it's still set na no, the rebellion finally properly came together around nearly 15, 16 years after, unless we jump that far ahead into the future. But I hope pa rin, parang even if they join, even if the Bad Batch does join the rebellion, they don't stay for long, or they find a way na to disappear or something. Kasi ganito lang, I guess I hope na parang ang end nito is basically the Bad Batch retires, and ang huling mission nila is they help Rex, Gregor, and Wolf.
By the ATT.
Oo, legit. Yun ang gusto kong ending doon. Like, you fought for so long. You've earned your rest. Get the fuck out. Tama na.
Imagine Bad Batch stealing an entire Venator filled with ATT and then binigay nila sa ATT sa Wolf.
That would be so epic. That would be so epic. And just the Venator just fucking disappearing or something. Or whatever. And then
so yun yung magiging home nila, no? Venator.
And I don't know if Omega shows up in the Book of Boba Fett, mostly because the Venator crashes or something. Like, alam mo yun, like, they just fucking disappear for the rest of galactic history until they're required again.
Speaking of which, na-appreciate ko rin pala before we end our episode today. I just have to say, na-appreciate si Filoni for bringing in Baraka and the sound system. At least it's one step closer to Cal Kestis, baka naman.
AKA Reva Knights.
Reva Knights. Yeah, actually, Filoni has been teasing us so many times with Revan, and I do believe that they have plans for
I hope they do, but I'm also really scared of the fandom. Like, I was actually watching this guy, I'll send you guys the link later. I think Filipino siya na YouTuber. He played SWTOR for the first time a few days ago. And then, parang ginawa niya, kasi he chose Sith Warrior. So, di ba, sa yung Planetary Quest in Drummond Cast is you join the Revan Knights. So, parang, he was like, oh, so you want me to join a cult that worships Revan? Gee! Where have I heard that before? And then everyone in the comments was like, oh, so you mean current Star Wars fandom? I was like, I see your point. I accept it, but at the same time, fuck you.
So yeah, I think that's all we have to say about the Bad Batch. You guys, I definitely want you guys to watch it, even though you're not really a fan of animated films, but it's Star Wars. Come on now.
Yeah, you're listening to Star Wars podcast. Come on.
Actually, our content is somewhat trash, pero still Star Wars. Come on.
We should name our shit to like Star Wars trash or Star Wars refuse.
Trash
Trash compactor.
Uy, gagi.
Jinx.
Pablito pa na naman natin pangalan ng podcast natin. The Trash Compactor.
The trash compactor. No, but wala mo. We'll have a specific episode na hindi kasama sa podcast. Na siguro sa YouTube YouTube channel natin. We're talking about the
Trash Compactors.
hindi naman, content sa Star Wars that does not make sense, the thing that we hate the most. Ganun.
We'll see.
Alright, thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you support us even further. Please make antabay for our next episode every Sunday. Hopefully we could upload on time. And if you guys have any suggestions, you can just send a message to our Facebook page.
Send via Gcash or heck, like we mentioned earlier, we finally have a YouTube channel, so you can leave your comments there.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Titos of the Sith. We'll be linking that channel to our Facebook page. Please give us a message. If you want to tell us we suck, you can do so. Please do, however, explain why we do suck so that we can
please.
Improve
precisely. So we can improve. Let's figure out what we can do.